All right, guys. In this this episode, I'm going to share with you. Number one is some information that was sent to me by an expat of a company, government company, that is actually violating the rules that the government itself has given. Okay, and the victims here are expatriates. So I'm going to share with you what an expat has written to me. I'll also share with you some fake news that has been circulating around, which I think you should be aware of. I'll also address in terms of the jobs. People have been asking with regards to jobs. A lot of people have been panicking, so I'll give you the update on that. With regards to visas and the problems that people are having. And lastly, one very confidential, high government communication. Well, it's very sensitive. But anyway, I'll speak all this in the coming video, so have a look. And like I always say, please don't buy or believe anything that I share. Take it with a pinch of salt. Do your own homework, form your own opinions, and decide whatever it is that you want to decide. Okay, and please don't mind. I'm unable to make the videos perfectly because there are too many messages, too many emails. I'm just doing it all by myself. It's what is the time? As I'm making this video, it's 5:48 in the morning. Okay, so please do support the channel, support my work, because I also need your support in all this. Okay, take care.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who is Loy? Let me get this. Who is Loy Machedo? Think Personal Branding. I was fucking sleeping, man. And I'll show you the time. Wait. Time right now. Okay. The time right now, you can see this. This is time.is. Time.is. You can see the clock. Okay. This is our online time. It's 4:47 in the morning. I just woke up. I sleep without an alarm clock. So when my body naturally wakes up, I wake up. So I just woke up. I checked obviously I checked my phone. I mean, you guys need to relax the fuck out, man. Seriously, you guys need to relax. This, okay. You guys need to relax the fuck out. 1,000 plus fucking emails, messages. Relax the fuck out. Just relax. I mean, I don't know. Look, it's not the end of the fucking world. Okay, just relax. I mean, the paranoia at which some of you, the way you guys are acting, and so okay. What I'm going to do is I'll answer. I normally make this video when I do my running, but I'm doing this video now so that you guys can be cool, calm, and composed. And I also got information that I need to share with you. Okay, confidential. So you guys voted for. I put up. Wait, let me check. I put up a online poll where I asked people, what do you prefer to know? Do you want to know about controversial, banned, or censored information? Do you want to know my perspective on updates? Do you want to know about UAE GCC market analysis? Whatever I decide is best for the channel, or should I just close the channel? So the majority have said controversial, banned, and censored information. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll give you the information that I receive, and because I'm receiving quite a lot, I need to clear off. I always clear off my email, Gmail, WhatsApp. I delete because there's too much. There's just too much. And right now, it's out of control. Right now, it's absolutely out of control. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I will share with you whatever I do know in terms of the updates that are not mentioned in the papers, okay, in the media. So you can choose to believe if you want. Like I always tell you, please verify the information through your own means, okay? Now, I got I got quite a number of messages, but some of them I just don't want to. Like for example, I read that email that someone had written to the ruler of UAE, and now I'm getting people who are sending a please read this message to the ruler of UAE. I got some 17 or 18 messages. Please read this to the ruler of UAE. My dear, I'm not going to start reading every day 5 to 6 messages to the ruler of UAE. One guy put, oh, I have a bank loan. One guy put, I have a credit card. One guy put, I want a job. I mean, use some common sense, man. I can't start putting, oh, I don't have a job. Please, can you help me? I request the ruler of UAE. One other guy, I took the credit card. My business went in flop. Please tell the ruler of UAE. Come on, guys. Okay, stop. Just stop. I'm not entertaining such mails and messages. Okay, I got quite a number of them, so I'm only giving you the ones which are the best, which I thought really add value. Okay, so without taking any more time, the first one that I want to share is which has been circulating around, but which has been proved to be hoax. And I told you, please be wary of what is fake and what is real. The first one is this screenshot, which looks like a PowerPoint presentation, which was shared and said that this is Narendra Modi's presentation, and he's going to shut down India at 8 o'clock sharp at a particular date or time or something like that. Okay. Now, the first thing which I think people need to use their common sense and understand is how in the world would anybody from the government leak a classified document that the prime minister has? I mean, a little bit of common sense. What are you going to do? Obviously, you have to take a copy of that document or presentation, and then you have to take it on a USB. After that, you have to put it on your laptop, and then you have to send it. You seriously assume that such a controversial leak is going to take so easily? You think that the prime minister doesn't have trusted people whom he trusts with his own life? Come on, guys. Okay, if there is a WhatsApp message that travels around, I can understand. You're talking of a PowerPoint presentation. How it's like me telling you, I have classified information from Donald Trump. Come on, use a little bit of common sense. I got this, I think, early on during the day, but I was like, okay, we'll just keep it. And then it started to pick up pace. And then I shared it with my WhatsApp group, and I said, guys, India is going to go for a shutdown. I asked them their opinion. However, I will tell you one thing. This is my view. This is my personal view. India is not equipped. India is absolutely not equipped to handle an emergency situation like this. Okay. Now you would say, no, Loy, you do not know anything about India. You do not know how strong and robust our disaster relief, whatever is. Okay. I'll give you my logical perspective and the reason behind it. Number one, no matter how modern India is, no matter how advanced India is, or you assume India is, India's general public, the majority are idiots. I'm an Indian. I'm telling you this. The majority are fucking idiots. And you do not need any more evidence to this than the Citizenship Amendment Act. The country is not united. You'll always have people for and against the argument, and they always resort to making the economy a mess, violence. There is enough and more coverage of people fighting and people drinking cow urine and saying that this heals coronavirus. They're spraying each other with cow urine. Come on. No matter what technology you have, if you have superstition, if you have narrow-mindedness, if you have stupidity, you cannot control it. Okay, that is number one. The second reason why India would not be able to handle this kind of epidemic is because the population is so fucking big. The number of doctors versus the number of people versus the number of hospitals. Right now, even without the virus, basic medical facilities are not available. There are so many people who are poor. There are so many people who live below the poverty line. I mean, just look at it. Look at the amount of people who shit and piss on the streets. Look at the garbage that is there. Are they able to control that? Look at the number of superstitious people who worship gods. In a day and age of science, people still cover gods with, masks, face masks, because they don't want the gods to be infected. I have got videos where women are touching the genitals, the penis and the balls of a guy who is naked. He is covered in mud and all that. He's like, I don't know, a sadhu or guru or something like that. The female is touching his balls, his genitals, and doing, I don't know what the fuck she's doing, sniffing his balls or what. That is the kind of, those are the kinds of people who are there. Yes, in every country you have individuals like this, but in India, it's a huge population, man. So India is not equipped. India is not at all equipped to handle the mentality of people like this, to handle a crowd like this. And you're talking of a country that if an ambulance, here in Samui, when an ambulance goes through the road and you can hear everyone moves to the side, the ambulance goes right in the middle of the road at top speed. Okay? This is Thailand. Thailand is not a very advanced nation. In India, if an ambulance has to travel on the road, you see people giving space. All the best to you. I'm not going to wish any country bad, but India is not equipped. And I'll tell you, the outbreak is happening. It's sooner than later. And when it reaches the tipping point, you're going to see millions. You're going to see millions of people sick. I would just tell you, if you're in India, be very careful. Be very, very, very fucking careful. Make sure hygiene is your top priority. Make sure your health is your top priority. Okay? You can take this message however you want. But India is not prepared for an emergency like this. Okay? Then the other document that I'll share with you. Okay, I got this. Let's say national lockdown is going to be announced today at 8 p.m. I didn't want to share this because I was like, what the fuck? This is not true. Okay? And I think it has been verified by some source. I can't get the exact. If I get it, I'll share a screenshot at the side of this screen. The second confidential document that I've received, this one is, I think, available to everyone. It is from the Supreme Council of National Security, for National Security, the General Ports Authority, Borders and Free Zone, ban for all UAE passengers. It's a temporary travel restrictions for all UAE nationals, GCC nationals, and diplomatic passport holders are exempt from this rule. However, the other, nationalities, they are banned for temporary, at least 2 weeks, as far as I am aware of this. So this was a document. The ironic thing is, they said, please do not circulate this document. It's already being circulated. Okay. I don't know how far this is true or false, but this is. And it seems, best regards, Mubarak Khalifa Al-Ghafli, National Advanced Information Center Manager. So I don't know how far this is true or false. Like I told you, what I don't know for sure, I'll tell you. I don't know what I know for sure, I'll tell you. I got this one from Medina Mall. It seems that the subject line is shop closing and opening to a value tenant. Dear value tenant, greetings from Medina Mall. In line with the recent outbreaks of the coronavirus, COVID-19, as a precautionary measure to avoid any risk, health, both business and health, we're requesting all the tenants to fill a survey for the amendment of the shop opening closing timing to be implemented as soon as possible. Why the fuck are you taking a survey? You just implement the fucking rules. This is so fucking stupid. And they're asking What would you like the opening and closing time? 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Weekdays and weekends. So this is signed by Mohammad Jamal, who is the deputy general manager. Okay. Then what else? The other documents that I've received or emails. Oh yes, I created a Facebook group. That is a private Facebook group. If anyone wants to join, because I'm finding it very hard to, communicate with all the people. There are just too many. So I created this group. It's general people who want general knowledge or just access to me or to what I do, like videos that I see, educational stuff that I recommend. If there are any jobs, I'll advertise. If there is a discussion that you want to have. So just a general Facebook group. Its address, can I get the address? The address is Facebook/groups/Loy Machedo. So it's not just about UAE. It's not just about the Middle East. It's general stuff that I'm involved in. I might share games that I play. I might share, this is the website that I read. I might share, this is the information that I received from this country. Just general stuff. So if you're very afraid about people knowing your identity, but you still want to join, create a Facebook group, temporary one. There are some people who have joined that way. There are some people who are very concerned, Loy, what if your contacts get exposed? My contacts don't keep social media. My contacts are not on social media. They are very intelligent. They're far more intelligent for all that. Okay. So you don't need to worry. And like I've told you, whatever you put on social media, whatever, okay, have a certain amount of responsibility, because anyone can take a screenshot from your Facebook page, from your Twitter. It need not be that, only, my confidential people are in this group. My confidential people are not in this group. Okay. So these are people who want to follow me. They are not just anti-UAE or anti-India or anti-religious. No, it's a mix. There are Modi supporters. There are people who love UAE. There are people who believe in God. So there are just everyone. And please don't join this group if you think that joining this group, Loy, is going to give me free services. I can ask Loy free favors. People otherwise also send me messages and emails, and I am not in a position to respond to each and every one. Most of them, there are so many people asking me, Loy, I want to be rich. Loy, I want to get a job. I don't have time for all this. Okay. So if you want to join, you're welcome to join this group. Okay. The next one that I received, 1 second. I'm still sleepy, man. I need to have my fucking coffee here. Okay. This one is, okay, I'll give you my thoughts. This one was sent to me by a UAE resident, expat. This is what he says. Okay. I've censored his identity for his, confidentiality. Okay. This is what he says. Hi, Loy. I recently went to a private hospital here in Dubai, suffering tightness of breath and a persistent dry cough. I'm not old. I'm not young. So don't fit the stereotypical risky age range. However, I was concerned that I might have contracted the virus from a random person at work or in a mall, etc. To my surprise, the doctor advised me that the DHA, Dubai Health Authority, refused to test me because I did not meet the following criteria. So what is the criteria? 1, have traveled to one of the high risk destinations in the past 2 weeks, or 2, being in contact with someone who is confirmed infected with corona. I was very upset and began airing my shock and dissatisfaction. Why are the people with symptoms not being tested? The doctor went on to say that there are many others frustrated and demanding tests just like me, but his hands were tied and he was limited to basic tests, but not the corona tests. He added that if I was to meet the criteria, then I would have to be quarantined for 2 days and sent to a government hospital called Latifa, and another one I cannot quite remember. I am fully aware that the virus can infect people and the symptoms may be asymptomatic, meaning that you can catch it from someone you may think has no symptoms. Today I saw an advertisement bragging how Dubai has achieved record numbers of corona testing, some 125,000, yet they have made no mention of the criteria. are limiting the corona test to control. Are they limiting corona tests to control the statistics? Why on earth are they not promoting early testing, especially when they have symptoms? Best regards, Mr. X. Please keep me anonymous for mine and my family's security. I always keep people's identity anonymous, so that's without saying. However, I do understand why the doctor has said this, and I do empathize with the UAE government because mass hysteria is not required. Okay. Yes, you are right in a way that they should test you if you feel that you have, a possibility of a risk. But at the same time, if the government releases a mandate, they can't go against it. So the doctor is not at fault. You're not at fault. The only thing I could have suggested is maybe you could have said that, yes, somebody that you know did travel. You can lie to them and say someone did travel and I feel I have the virus. Then they would take you a bit more seriously. So sometimes it's required to lie when this happens. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think he is right, or the doctor is right, or the government is right? Who's right? Personally, what I look at it is, if you feel you have the virus, yes, you should get the test. But having said that, what do you do about the people who are panicking? What do you do about the people who are not sick? What do you do about the ones who do not need medical attention, but are, forcing for emergency? I know one of my friends who is a doctor, he's saying that people are coming into emergency even without an emergency. So how are you supposed to take care of the real, genuine emergency cases when these people are taking advantage of the system? So that's another problem that you have. And then you have people who are very rich who can afford a test versus people who are poor. So how do you balance that out? In fact, you don't have to go very far. Just look at what is happening in supermarket shelves. People are hoarding like crazy. One of them was stupid enough to send me a screenshot of fucking, 2 or 3 trolleys of whatever the fuck he purchased to show off. He wanted to show off with me. I don't know. No, he wasn't using his fucking common sense. That you have sent me a photograph. If I put it up online, you can be in fucking trouble, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? In fact, I got another guy who took a video and said, "Hi, Loy, how are you?" He's talking on the fucking phone. Number one is, when you drive, you don't talk on the fucking phone because you're violating the law. Number two is, you are in fucking UAE. You're an expat. You're taking a fucking video. "Hi, Loy, how are you? Just wanted to show you. See, the world says we have to be locked down. UAE says, hold my beer." And then he's actually fucking showing, as he's driving in the fucking car, the other cars that are there. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? And then he sends me this. He sent it to me on my phone. What have you even thought that I could have showed this to others? I could have forwarded this to others. I mean, use a little bit of maturity, a little bit of common sense, man. Come on. What the fuck is wrong with you people, man? Don't do that. And please, UAE has a law. You are not supposed to take a video when you're driving. You'll get into serious trouble. It's not safe. Then I got this next. I told you I got this fake messages circulating around. This guy sent me, "UAE helicopter will be spraying a disinfectant," something in Arabic that I couldn't read. And then I couldn't understand. And then he says, "Today, military helicopters will spray pesticides against the coronavirus in the skies over the country. You must stay indoors after 12 o'clock in the night. And remove all the clothes when you're outside. When you hear the sounds of plane in the night, it's for you to know what has happened. It's happening in UAE. Please inform your family and friends in UAE." When the fuck will you get common sense to know this is not killing a cockroach? This is not Baygon spray. Yes, there are photographs and images and videos of spraying going on, that is, of decontamination. You're going to start spraying from the fucking sky. If you have to spray, you spray, like the distance, like you spray this way. This is how you disinfect. It's happening even in Thailand. You don't do it from the fucking sky, man. And he's saying, please share it with your groups and all that. What the fuck is wrong with it? At least do your bit of fucking homework, man. Come on. Okay, then what else? This was another one. Okay, this one particular news bit I cannot share. There is some stuff which I can share and some stuff which I cannot share. I will not even share the screenshot of this. The reason being is this is a high level communication of the government bodies communicating with decision makers. Okay, all I can tell you is that the governments are communicating with decision makers. They've already been handed down a document on what is the course of action to take next. And these people are using this information and acting accordingly. Due to the sensitivity of this issue, this particular thing I will not share with you, but I can assure you this much, that the decisions that companies will be taking will be uniform, will be very similar, and will be planned out. They know what they're doing. They have the data of the world's best intelligence, the world's best agencies. It was a detailed report. It was unbelievable. I went through it, and you could just say that this report is not available online. Okay, it's not available. It's not for everyone. But companies and decision makers are much more informed than you are. That is why the rich people, before a disaster takes place, before a war takes place, they withdraw the money. There is insider trading. This happens in the real world. Insider trading, CEOs resign, in a planned sequence. Like when the housing bubble crashed, the CEOs of banks, they made their commissions. The rich people became even more richer. So the powerful and rich people have a network. They have this bullshit like the Illuminati and all that nonsense. There is the Illuminati. I'm in touch with some of the members, but it's not like this powerhouse thing. I'm even in touch with a couple of members of the Freemasons. Okay, so it's not like what you show in Hollywood, like the secret cult society where you put a mask and there is that like James Bondish kind of music where it's like light is coming and this. And yes, there are societies like that. I'm not denying there are, but the Illuminati is not like that, and the Freemason society is not. I've talked to them; they're normal individuals. Okay, but some of these groups are well connected. They have a very powerful connection, like the presidents and the CEOs of the presidents, the political heads. They have a hotline, they have a phone where they can directly call, just pick up, and they can speak to Putin. They can pick up the phone and they can speak to whoever. So that kind of services, and those are highly encrypted, some of the world's best technology. So that is there. But there are other circles, social circles also. Like I have my own private group, which I've never shared anyone. I never told anyone which platform it is, with the contacts and connections that I have. In the same way, rich people, powerful people have associations where they take certain decisions. So this is one such communication where they have decided what is to be done. All I will tell you is whatever will be executed will be for the benefit of the country, will be for the benefit of the larger people. There will be collateral damage. There will be people who will suffer. There will be people who will be at the wrong end of the bargain, but that's what it is. Case in point, the lockdown. Case in point, the visas. Even if you have the visa, you can't come back into the country for 2 weeks or whatever. As of now, it may extend, may not extend. That is left to be seen. And I don't want to comment on that right now because I'm not sure, even though I have some information. They are not issuing visas temporarily, business as well as work visas. And I'll get to that. I'll speak to you about that. So yes, there will be some casualties. Every country has, like they're not allowing immigrants to come in. They're not allowing people if you're not a citizen of the country. So they have to protect their own self-interest. So this was an email that was in that light, a very confidential document. So I just feel it's not recommended to share this. I know what to share. I know I use the discretion and decide what is to be shared and what is not to be shared. And this one was not meant to be shared. Okay. This particular message that I'm going to share with you next, this one was slightly disturbing. This is from someone in the UAE, and this is what he says. Okay, I'll read out exactly what it is. Hi, Loy, my name is whatever. Regularly following you on YouTube. This is a message for one of my close friends who lives in Dubai, works for the so-called big company, Do. Okay, this is Do. This is how they are treating low-paid staff, as all are from Pakistan, India, and Philippines. Like I said, I'm just reading the message as I've received it. You can choose to believe, you can choose to ignore. Like I always say, do not believe, verify, use your own contacts and connections. Okay, so I'm just a messenger. I'm just reading out what he has said. Hope you can highlight their plight, appreciate your work for raising awareness. Okay. To bring to notice of authorities, first floor of Al Salam Tower Media City, Al Salam Tower in Dubai Media City, Do head office. The staff is forced by the management to come to office and work, whereas the other teams and departments in the building are working from home. Staff has all tools available to be in contact with customers. Okay. Other departments have been released to work from home. 65 plus people are sitting side by side exposed to COVID-19. Most staff use public transport and sit next to each other. No practice of social distancing is followed and not being taken seriously. In fact, it's not just Do. I know some other companies which are also, they are just not taking this seriously. That is why I told you the lockdown is, they are evaluating a lockdown, which is pretty eminent because there are a lot of people who are not taking this seriously. Lots. In fact, like I told you, this video of this guy showing me he's in a traffic jam, people are taking it as a joke. There are some even who are having parties. And some who are my haters, they're like, hey, fuck you. You are saying this thing and we are enjoying, and they showed up. Up to you, Baba. If you want to show that you're enjoying a party, show. I'm just speaking for your own good. It's up to you. Anyway, he says no practice of social distancing is followed and not taken seriously. No thermal cameras are installed on access points of first floor. And anyone possibly carrying COVID-19 can endanger himself and the lives of the staff and their families. I urge to please have random checks on Sunday, 22nd March from 9 a.m. onwards. So he's requesting somebody to have a random check on Sunday, 9 p.m. onwards, and see the situation where the people are sitting together in danger. It's a threat to the staff, families, and society as a whole. Human life is precious, and when one has access to tools to work from home in this hour of need, it should be practiced. Thank you. So I've censored his name. I've censored his identity. He has sent a document. He has sent a document. I will just try to open that. Is it still here? This is what he has sent. 1 minute, where is this? Okay, I'm saving this document. Save, just give me a second. Okay, so this is what the document says. Censored the name. It says, it was received on 19th of March, 2020 at 1:43 p.m. It says subject work from home. Dear team, this was sent by Farid Faraiduni, Deputy CEO, Enterprise Solution. Okay, his email address is given down below. Obviously, I'll censor it because I don't want people spamming him. It says, dear team, in our continuous efforts to ensure your well-being and safety, we are taking several precautionary measures with regards to COVID-19. As you're aware, it has been decided to extend work from home for most of the enterprise solution teams with immediate effect until further notice. So only the enterprise solutions team. Exceptions are being made for the members of the following teams identified as critically important on work on premise due to the nature of activities that require them to be on site. Enterprise channel operations, telephone account management, platinum service desk, customer network operations, smart hands team. To the teams falling under this category, rest assured that extensive cleaning and other precautionary measures, such as social distancing, seating arrangements, are being taken to ensure your well being while you perform critical roles. We are conscious that from time to time, some of the team members mandate to work from home might feel the access to need to access the EITC buildings. I don't know what is that. Enterprise, whatever. Okay. However, we ask you that for the time being, you limit such presence as much as possible in line with the direction and guidelines issued by the CEO and CHRO. I don't know what is CHRO. Okay. It is important that we maintain frequent communication and collaboration. The necessary tools have been provided to enable you to work remotely during this period. For additional information and clarification, please do not hesitate to contact your line managers. I also wanted to take this opportunity to thank you all, especially the team members that will be working on premises, for your dedication, professionalism during these challenging times. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll keep you updated with any necessary information. Regards. Okay, Farid Farai Duni. Okay. Now, they're not doing anything that violates any law. As far as I see it, critical, important functions for any economy, like banking, like supermarkets for shopping, like pharmacies, like doctors, they have to come to work. Otherwise, the economy is going to collapse. I mean, you can't have everyone sit at home. It's not humanly possible, no matter how advanced the technology is. So they are not doing anything wrong. However, that being said, I think personal responsibility is very important. Yes, you need to maintain social distancing. Yes, you need to cover yourself. So I'm kind of shocked that the claim is that the company is not practicing social distancing or precautionary measures. I think you need to bring it up to the management and not keep quiet. All these people, not one, all of them need to unite together and say, no, protection is most important. So, I mean, where are your balls, man? That's what I ask. Where are your fucking balls? What? You're not fucking slaves. Unite together. Indians, Pakistani, Filipinos, get together and say, we'll come to work. We are not going to cause any problems, but safety is important. I don't see, they're not going to say no, especially when there is power in large numbers. And yes, if it's being violated, either don't come to work, or if you feel that is the same, raise awareness. You don't have to share the message, share it to loved ones, like how you have got in touch with me. So I hope they sort out this issue. But like I said, critical functions need for people to go. Here, even in Samui or in Thailand, there are still people going to the airport to work. There are still people in hospitals. There are still police people, military people, supermarket staff, petrol attendants. So I still have people, even though Thailand in some places is locked down, there are still people walking around. I'm going to go for my run. So just relax. I'll just tell you, relax. But yes, take personal responsibility and accountability. Okay. Another thing that I want to share with you is, please, for those of you who are looking for jobs, please stop panicking. Oh my goodness. I got this lady who kept trying to call. Finally, she was like, I'm going to die, this, that, and all drama. Then she sent me a photograph. I get enough and more. I'm going to die. I don't, you can die if you want. But then she sent me photographs of her and her baby. And she sent a video of she crying with a baby. So finally, I picked her call up. And she was crying and sobbing that she lost her job. And she was in a panic mode that they're not going to give her a job and her visa is going to cancel and she is going to be thrown back. Listen, this is what I spoke to her and this is what I'm telling you. Listen, relax, okay? It's not the end of the world. Now, if you lost your job, you will get a job. It's not impossible to get a job, okay? You can always apply through someone. You can always ask for help. There are so many ways. If you honestly ask me, I've always told you this, whether my channel or anyone else, the best way to get a job in the Middle East, the best way is Wasta. Okay, it's Wasta, it's contacts, it's connections. The best way in the world to get a job in UAE or the Middle East is Wasta. Contacts and connections. It's not what you know, it's who you know. That's number one. The second thing which I've told you in UAE, the way you can get a job is one, the best salaries are given to Emiratis, which everyone knows. Okay, it's sometimes 10 times, 20 times, even 30 times higher. The second preference is white skinned people, Gora passports, Western passports. Okay. The third and the last preference is for Asians. Okay. And among the Asians, the first preference is always Indians because of the majority and also because they are educated. They are far. I'm not saying that anyone from Sri Lanka is not educated or any from Pakistan or India, because of the large population and the quality of education, its competition is a bit more, you get a bit more. And yes, because the currency value is a bit less, they ask for lesser salaries. So Indians are preferred much more. And you have this clannish and mentality. Indians prefer to work with Indians. Filipinos prefer to work with Filipinos. Pakistanis are not united. I don't know why. So there is this herd mentality. Okay. And yes, there is this the unfairness about life. If someone looks attractive, is preferred over someone who's not attractive. A girl who has big tits and a beautiful body is given much more preference over a lady who looks like your grandma or your aunt. Okay. So these are things which will always remain. Okay. Then I've told you the next possible way you can get a job, I'm giving you in sequence, is if you're willing to bribe people. I have actually had cases where people took commission to give them a job. Okay. In India, it is very explicit for government jobs, and those are big salaries, the big amounts. I'm not talking of 1 month salary. I'm not talking of 2 months salary. 6 months, 1 year. I'm not joking. 6 months salary that they are ready to pay. Proof of this is in India. When people from India come here, they pay big sums. They take loan. They sell their land. They sell whatever. They pay the money. Then the agent gives them the job. Okay, that is also there. Then you also have in some cases, which I have experienced, where not me, but people I know, they had to sign that they received a salary for the next 1 year and they were not paid because they wanted the job, and these things happen. In some cases, there are people who have to give 1 month salary, 3 months salary, 2 months for 1 month. Okay, all this happens. And then if that is not there, in some cases, they just have to give little bit here and there. So all this is also followed. I told you this is the next best thing. Now, if that is not there, then the next one which I recommend is speak to your relatives, speak to your friends, speak to who you know through somebody. Beg, plead, cry, do all that drama, go to the church, go to some, groups, make a sob story, which people do that. Okay, that is another way. Now, if all that you don't want to do, then comes go approach a professional. That's where I come in. If you have tried all this or you cannot try all this, then you approach a professional. But the problem with me is I charge a very big amount. I'm very expensive because I do customize. I never do copy paste. I do customized. Okay. And it takes time. It takes time for the work I do. And I never copy paste. And to prove I don't copy paste, I talk to the person. I sign into Google Docs and I create it word by word as I'm speaking to the person. So it matches their personality. It matches the job profile. It matches what they're doing. And there's a fine line between bullshit and reality. Okay. That's what I do. Now, if that is not it, the next step is go to Fiverr, Fiverr, go to freelancer.com, go to Upwork, go to guru.com, go to all these websites, 99designs.com, go to these websites. You can get the same service from $1, even $5 or $1. They'll make a CV, okay, to maybe 100 or 500, whatever. So it depends on your budget. But I wouldn't go to them. I wouldn't, because it is someone in Bangladesh or Sri Lanka or India or Pakistan, some young boy or some man who's just copy pasting. They put bombastic words. Some of them are good in designs. They make beautiful designs, like nice colors, nice designs. But I've not met anyone who can really create content. I've met 1 or 2 who are very good, but they're very expensive. Okay, so that's the next one. And if that also you don't want to do, then google.com is your best friend. Google search, find a category that you want to get a job in. the category of your choice. Google search, you will get certain words, job descriptions, sentences. You can copy paste. Now you can do that. The only drawback for that is professionals like me, I can spot a CV in seconds if you have copied it in seconds. It's very easy. I've been doing this for 16 years. It's like this. So an uneducated mind will get fooled, but 99% of the educated people, they can see through this and know that it's bullshit. Okay? And if all that is not there and you still want a job and you're desperate, then you need to do what everyone else is doing. Send 100,000 emails, go to every company, drop your CV everywhere, keep trying, throw something in the dark and hope something sticks. So if that is also not there, then the only other solution I can say is pray to God. Okay? So I've given you all the solutions that I know. Choose which one you feel is good. But please, panicking, and that's not the answer. It doesn't help anyone. Okay? And like I've told you before, it's even though there is a lockdown mentioned, even though all this is there, even though they've stopped issuing work permits or visas or allowing people to come into the country, people are still working. They're still getting jobs. You have to pay your bills. There is electricity, there is water bill, there is food. You need to take care of your family. So people have to work, people have to earn. They're still doing. There are people who are working even now. Okay? I'm in touch with them. I'm working even though there's lockdown. A lot of people are working. There are some people, business is as usual. No, business is not as usual, but they try to make it as usual. So they're working. So stop panicking. You will get a job. It's not that you'll not get a job. I'm making CVs. I'm preparing people for interviews. How the fuck am I doing that if there is no jobs? I told you, they will not meet you face to face, but they will do a Skype interview. They'll do a video interview, man. The market has to move on. They're not going to sit at home and say, oh, end of the world, I'm just going to sit at home. How will you pay your fucking electricity, water bill? How will you buy food? How will you take care of your family? The world has to run, right? Life has to go on, right? So relax. There are still jobs. They are still, the government and companies are already planning out what is next after we go, maybe not back to normal. How do we make money? Economies have to run. So please use your common sense. Okay. So I've shared with you most of the stuff that has been shared with me. Oh yeah, one last. This one was rather painful. This guy, obviously I don't want to share his number. He says, hello Loy, I used to live in the UAE. He says, I used to live. Okay, they deported my brother and while my family to Somalia. We lived there for 40 years, man. So 40 years of being in the UAE, they just got thrown back. So it's really sad when you see all this. But, then again, this is the reality of life. Like I told you, please ensure that you have savings. Please ensure that you have money. It's survival of the fittest. So this is what I've received, at least as of now. Let me know what you think. Like I said, right now the time, let me show you the time. Right now the time is 5:33. 16. Okay, 5:30 in the morning. I just woke up. Give me a little bit of support, for the channel. Like, share it. Not on Facebook, not on Twitter. Privately, if you're in UAE, privately, support my channel a little bit. And for those people who have sent me small donations to support me, my family, my daughter, I appreciate whatever the amount is. Thank you. You can still avail my services for those of you who want. And like I told you, if you're in need, you're in bad this thing, and you're genuine, I am a little flexible with my rates, but I'm not going to do it for free. I have a family to feed. So having said this, guys, you can share any email. My WhatsApp is there. My email is there. Now I've created even a Facebook group. You can connect with me through that. And that's how we can be in touch. The purpose of this video is just as public service announcements to help you relax. Take it easy. Don't panic. Everything will be okay. It'll take time. But everything will be okay. But please do not hold. Practice, good habits, personal hygiene. Stop sharing fake information. And prepare for, your work. If you have a job, prepare for that. If you want to take advantage of other opportunities, There are people who sit and complain, and then there are those who are dynamic. They are like, I'll prepare. So if you can prepare for jobs through contacts and connections through Vasa, that's best. But if that is not there, then you need to follow the time-honored tradition of having a CV and applying through the normal way. So whatever it is, take it easy. I've told you, if you want to keep stuff, keep 1 week. 1 week noodles, dry food items, emergency. Water for 3 weeks. Just keep, you know, towel, tissue paper to wipe your ass. Just use fucking water, man, and keep money. At least 1 month, 1 to 3 months, cash in hand. Just keep it with you. Okay. So get in touch with me if there's anything. And I need to have my coffee. I didn't want to disturb my wife and the thing, so I need to start my day. I'm going to go for my exercise. I'm going to relax. I'm going to watch a movie. By the way, I'm reading this book so that I can give you some educated information. This is Deadliest Enemies. This guy is the one who had predicted. He was part of when AIDS was just discovered, he was part of that this group. He has also discovered part of the group that discovered SARS, MERS, and even COVID-19. But it's a beautiful book, very detailed. I'm reading it properly. As whatever I do get, I'll share it with you. Okay, so educate your mind. And for those of you who are feeling paranoid because you're staying at home, there are books you can read. There's online movies you can watch. You can be with your family. You can even clean the house. You can do home exercise. So many amazing things you can do. You're only feeling hyper because you've never sat at home. For me, see, I sleep here. This is not a gun. This is a massage thing for my leg. It's not a gun. Okay. I sleep here. The reason I sleep here is because when I get up, I like to be in my creative element and sleep whenever I like. I have my weird timings, which is different from the family. So family, they sleep in their time. I sleep in my time. I have my books that I read. I play video games. I have my, Switch. This is my Switch. I have my Switch. And I'm buying a lot of games. Games are going for a discount. I have my Windows PC. I have my iMac for gaming. I have another iMac. I have my phone for gaming. And this phone also I have for gaming and plus something else. I don't know where else. So a lot of stuff. So keep yourself busy. Physical activity is the best. Like if you can do walking, running, jogging, exercise, or clean the house. That itself is a very good thing. So that keeps you occupied. Play video games. That's kind of fun. If that is not there, learn, study online. Amazing stuff you can do. Learn, study, read, watch movies. We are in a day and age where today it's not like you have an internet shutdown where there's no internet, there is nothing to read, nothing to be grateful. You're in a day and age where things are much more better. Okay? So relax, take it easy. If you want, you can be in touch with me. Send me the messages. Okay? And I'll share if it's worth it. Okay? You guys take care. This is the next day. Need to have my fucking coffee. Okay? Take care. Bye.